Next thing is we're gonna go work on that filter dryer up there. All right. So for this instance right here, I moved this over just a little bit so I get a better grip on it. But for this case, you know, as much as I could sweat this out, I'm not a big fan of sweating it out per se. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it right about here, and I'm just gonna create a new elbow. I'm just gonna swedge a new one. I can just directly braze it on the new filter dryer. That other side, I should be able to either swedge or cut. I might have to braze that one off though, just because I don't know if you can see, they have a mount for a probe. I could, you know, braze it back in, all that stuff, but honestly, it's just gonna make it a little bit more complicated. I'm just gonna braze that one off for now. Pull it right off. It'll be easier once I have this open. I should be able to just yoink it out, throw the new one in, braze it back in, call it a day. I'm gonna pre-braze the other one. So I'm getting my stuff kind of ready for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get, this is a piece of copper I chose right here. Nice little piece. Just get this guy. Now I'm just gonna throw a 90 on. It's a short 90, so it's not gonna really go far at all. And I might even cut it down too if I need. These, solid. Look at that beautiful 90. I'm just gonna cut it shorter as well, just to match up more of what that has going on over there. About right here. Boom, boom. So we're gonna go crazy right here. And I'm gonna pre-braze it on as well, just so it's less stuff I have to do up there. The filter dryer, very much needed every time you open up the system whatsoever. Opening up doesn't mean you connect gauges, you release. No, opening it up really means is you have everything recovered, and you cut open a system. You know, so like TXV for example, you do have it open. That could cause any little bit of moisture to come in. Now the filter dryer, that's the point of it, is to remove any moisture. But you know, an old filter dryer that has to go through another, you know, another dealio of the system opening up and more moisture coming in, it's gonna have a hard time. It's gonna clog up filter dryer. So having a new one in every time you do any sort of installation of a new part, it's very, very optimal. Just for that reason. We look going out this way, boom, boom. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get this guy. Make sure this doesn't break or smash it. That's not what I want. I just want it to hold. Boom. Perfecto. So what I'm gonna do is get this paste. This paste rolled out. Roll it around, boom, boom. Let's see if you guys even see what I'm doing. There you go. And it's just a key. You know, you definitely don't want, I mean, I've seen people braze in filter dryers without any sort of seal. You could, but personally, I don't want to melt the paint at all. That's just not a good time for me. I'd rather keep it safe as possible. In this case, I only need to cut it very short after. So we'll get this guy. Very, very short I need to do, not too long at all. Do it right about there. And you can see me braze a lot better in action like this. It's going to be a little bit clearer than what was going on over there. But overall, it should be okay. And this time we can really see if this thing is working properly. Perfect, look at that, beautiful. So I want it to be, I want the arrow facing me, because the thing is about this other filter dryer, it doesn't actually have, you can't really see it unless you get a ladder and look. So I'm just gonna do it for the next guy, whoever has to replace anything to do. Let's get this guy prepped. Perfect. Perfect. What's this at? So I can pull it out. Alrighty, that looks good for my house. Alrighty, let's grab a rag and then my torch, and I should be game. Should be good. Bring this. That with me. Hose should be long enough. Let's see. I'm gonna use my orange rod for this just because it's low heat. Oh, it's wet. Haha, let's go. Get that orange outer layer on there. Just like that. Look at that. Now, was that easy or not? To me, that was very easy. It was very, 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 very small amounts of heat you really need for those orange brazing rods, and it makes your stuff look like factory welds too. Look at that. I have zero complaints with this one whatsoever. Let me take a look, closer look. Ooh. Oh yeah, we're game. We're very much game. Get this wiped up. Kidding me? Oh, I look like I'm not that cool. Alright, we're gonna go one more. This one's gonna be a quick one. I might not even need flux for it, but we will see. Alright, we're actually good now. That was very, see, low heat. There you go, let that do its thing. No damage to the paint. Everything looks good, completely sealed. For your viewership, we're looking solid here. This thing is ready to get thrown in now. Yeah, this is good. This is literally not hot. We're good. I'm gonna wrap this guy and we're gonna throw it up here. Alright, let's get the this cut out. Alright, basically I cut it right about here. Nice. Now I just got to braise this guy out, which what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my Yermans. Grab this, and I'm gonna heat it up right here. Grab my torch. Now, the important thing is when you're braising something out, is you don't want to pull it out way too soon whatsoever. You want to like get the heat on, let it be on for a while, and then start twisting and pulling and all that good stuff. Just because you could accidentally tear. See how that loosely came off right there? I didn't even touch it, do anything yet. Perfect. That was money. Look at that. Now, prior to throwing this new one in, that's not hot actually. Freaking phantom heat, phantom burn. I'm actually gonna get this bored through. So what we're gonna do here, actually swedge, I'm sorry. Not bore, what am I talking about? Got our nice little yellow jacket here. Had this pair for a while, so basically I'm gonna find where my 3/8 is at, which is right here. Loosen this guy up. Slip this in. I might have it backwards, but oh well, we're gonna figure it out as we go. Now, honestly, like I've used the drill bit ones and all that other good stuff, but this pair right here, the yellow jacket, is my personal favorite. I've had like 0 issues with these whatsoever, and I mean, these are by far the best way to flare out like literally anything. So that's right. That's out, and make sure this is in. Perfect, that'll be the one. Ooh. You can put a little oil, but this case, you might not need it, to be honest. For anything bigger, you definitely want to use oil. This one's small, it's been heated already. You know, when it's heated copper, it's just gonna be all soft. That's why you want to put a cool rag on it. It helps harden it back up. There we go. Nice and slow. Okay. Okay. Should be good. Maybe I'm gonna get in there deeper a little bit just because I'm a little bit paranoid. So I'm gonna try going just a little deeper, just a little bit, just so it has a good seal, good grip. Cool. I'm very much satisfied with that. The point of doing anything is to make things way easier on yourself. 100%. Oh, look at that. You could test it out too as well. That's for sure. Alright, so basically now we have that going. I'm gonna try to sweat this guy back in. Put this in. It shouldn't be too hard. I can already feel it. It like goes right in. So it shouldn't be that bad. I just gotta make sure I keep this nice and freaking safe. So I'm gonna throw more of this. This will be on the safe side. There's gel and stuff you can use. You don't have to use this stuff, but gel, you can even just use a cold rag, but I like using it just because it's a little bit easier to work with. Just a little bit. Oh, there we go. Make sure we're good there. All right, now basically when I put this in, I'm gonna put it in with heat going onto the old spot. Make sure it's really in there. But before I do that, I'm gonna make sure I'm purging. So my nitrogen should be on. The nitro should be on. I don't know why it's tripping out. There we go. Oh, they're freaking open. There we go. Okay. Comes out too. That works. Bada boom, bada bing. Nice. So we look good. This is solid. Cool. All right. I'm gonna open. What? It might be better if I open it up from up here and charged it from the suction here. Leave that open. It might. This one's gonna be a slightly tricky one. Oh, yep, that's perfect. Coming right out of here right as soon as I connected them. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to put this back on real quick, dry fit it, feel how much pressure I have going through. Just adjust it accordingly. You only want just a tiny bit. That's perfect in my eyes. Yeah, in my opinion, that's perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this guy set up right here, then get my torch, get that ready. So now my torch is ready. I'm gonna start getting it in. My main goal is just getting it on the pipe, and then I could touch it up right after. That's like my main goal right now. This, make sure it's nice and heated. That's in. I'm gonna start getting this dude in. Dude, this will get its touch up right now. Ow! All right. Scale of 1 to confident. How confident am I? I think I'm confident. We're gonna see right now once we do a pressure check on here. I'm gonna grab right here another rag, make sure it's nice and cool. There you go. Make sure this is good. This is good. Close that. I'm gonna check it out. I want to do a visual inspection on this thing. This is not hot. Perfect. That's good. Filter dryer is not too hot. Use this guy to wipe any excess stuff off. Alright, grab my flashlight. Now, off bat, I'm gonna look at this guy. This guy looks good actually so far. Yep, that's sealed. Sealed is the real deal now. Now this guy, on the other hand, let me wipe a little bit more off. It's actually really hard to see. Once this is all wiped off and scrubbed off. There we go. Look at all that. This stuff is such a mess. It's not funny. You know, it looks good. Let me see. Did I goof anything? No, it looks actually, all I can think of is this part. It's just my angle a little bit whack. We're good there. Perfect. Now we're solid. Sometimes I impress myself. All right, we're gonna purge here in a second. All right, we have this guy up. So this is all good. Looking good. Remember, 170 some is our mark right here. Now I could have done both and then pressurized, but I'd rather take care of it one by one, or have to keep going back and all this. I'd rather just do one at a time, so I know for sure. There we go. That should be good for me. I don't remember what else. I can cut this off because I have a leak right here. See, it equalized down. Let's see. Just slow down. Actually, I'll leave it open for now. It's not that big of a leak to make a huge difference. Once I see it get all weird, I'll close it up. It's normal drop, so just give it a second while we wait. Do a nice little leak check here. Gonna get a light on it. Ensuring none. Clear. Clear. That's clear. That's clear. Cool. That's good. So now we're doing a healthy equalized drop. Pressures look good. I'm gonna double check my area over here, make sure there's nothing going on. No funny business. Okay. There is zero funny business going on here, so I am absolutely satisfied with this. Absolutely satisfied. So I'm a happy camper here. This is successful. So very much successful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna close this guy off, and on my gauges I do have a option here, do a pressure leak check, and we'll just study it from the high side. I'm gonna start it. So it should be good. I'll just let it be. If it goes down a point after like 15 minutes, it's not the end of the world. Because that could be something for the gauges. It could be a micro leak in the system, but we shall see. I'll make that final judgment. But with that being said, with checking out all my raises and checking in with the bubbles, I mean that's for sure good. You know, I'm happy with that. So move on and get this all packed up. But yeah, I'm gonna get my area cleaned up while I let that sit for a couple minutes, probably 10-15 minutes, and then I'm gonna get this unit into a vacuum here, guys. So stay tuned for that. 146 on the high side. It's a little bit lower than what it was before when I showed you that leak check setting I had. Honestly, it's been at 146 the past few minutes now, and it hasn't dropped a single bit. It went down about 8.5 points, I believe, which is not a lot, like a big loss. But what this tells me is this is equalizing. This thing is equalized. I have both lines open now, and you can see that they're both chilling. You know, this one went up even the low side, which tells me it's a, you know, the system is not leaking. It just has to equalize, and it's pretty much stuck right here. So this unit is going to be released now. I want to go on to the next step, getting our vacuum pump set up. Plug it in right here. Now I'm just going to pull it straight up to the low side right here. Let all this gas. Now I don't want to put my gauges on a vacuum. They're just not good for it. Hence why I get leaks in random places. So I'd rather preserve the life of my my gauges by doing that. So with that being said, I'm gonna take this off right here as well. Now this system is completely open. No nitrogen, no refrigerant, none of that. Everything has been flushed through. This thing purged twice so far, which is really good. I'm personally satisfied with that. Put this back on. Now, I'm gonna close this. Move this over a little bit so it's out the way. I'm gonna also turn my gauges off. I don't really need it right now. Leave that doing its thing. I got this big boy, big behemoth of a line, even though I do need to get a bigger one. So what I'm gonna do here is, oops. What I'm gonna do here is let me turn this off. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna open it up right here, connect my line. Make sure it's nice and tight. I don't want no nothing to tell otherwise the microns in the system. So now I have that in. Basically, I'm going to connect this straight up to my suction side. You want to do it on your suction side typically. I mean, you can do it on both sides. The theory is when you do it like that, any oil that's in the system will come back into the compressor. That's what they say. You know, I'm just gonna follow regulation, so I'm gonna do it like that for the sake of education here. We're gonna do it like this, which regardless, I've seen people do 2 vacuum hoses just like this on both sides, go into the compressor and just have it like pull a vacuum for both ends. But I like doing it like this because what I can do is I get my little handy dandy micron gauge right here. Look, it's already on. Perfect. That must have been a oopsie, so I'm gonna redo this. So basically what I end up doing, turn this guy on. CPS, don't call them. Alrighty. It should automatically go, yeah, it'll automatically show. So, but basically, I put this on dead on the other side of the system. Just reads the most accurate microns. You can put it right here. This is what it's meant for. Put your gauge right here. But the thing is, it's like, it's not going to tell you what the micron is on the totally other side of the system. You know what I mean? So when you have it on the other side of the unit, you pull a vacuum, you will like, you'll know for sure what your microns are going to be. Going. Open this guy up. It should start pulling. Alrighty, we're back at it again. We're reading at 360 microns. That's great. We're running blended. Alright, so we're reconnected to our regular gauges now. I'm gonna leave it just like this for now, so we should be zeroed out. I also re-insulated the TXV, the bulbs back in, all the probes. So this thing is good to go. Even re-insulated the filter dryer where the probe goes. So I got that guy back into place, and now we're just gonna get refrigerant going here. So what we're gonna do is this guy open. Got some jug. This is an almost empty jug, but this thing only takes about 3.74 pounds. What we do? Hose. That. Right here. We're all closed up here. Good. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this up. Alrighty. I'm gonna tear it out for now. So now that we have the refrigerant in there, next step basically, we're just going to open this up right here. Boom, we got refrigerant. Now if I open this up, and then open my high side right over here, now there should be nothing going in because I have this closed off. But if we open it right here, oh, now we're ready to go. Now this whole line is filled with liquid refrigerant. No contaminants, no non-condensables. If I would have just charged it right away from here, it basically would show no point of vacuuming at all, because the goal was to take all the non-condensables out. Now that we have it cleared up, lines are only filled up with refrigerant, and I can do the same thing for this side too. Open this. Oh, we're solid. I'm gonna make sure that we are teared. I'm gonna start from scratch there, and now I'm gonna open this guy up. I already took my my solenoid magnet out, tightened it down. Good. Don't worry about that left pressure. That's just since it's closed off. It's gonna show high pressure. That right one is accurate. We're gonna just run it until it fills up to about 3 point some of the refrigerant. I have it right here actually. Yep, 3.7, 3.79. That's what we're gonna go for. Slow it down a little bit here. Oh, that might be just around the money, which honestly I am satisfied with. That's why I'm push. Yeah. So now we're good to go. Now this unit now is ready. This unit is plugged in. Run it on Icetro until it starts up. Hopefully it does. Yep, look at that. It's filling up in there. That's good. It's doing its thing. We're gonna just let it run until we're able to start this guy up. Yeah, 404A, 60.3 ounces equals out to 3.78 ounces, which I think we're right on the money. If it went over just a tiny bit, it's not gonna be the end of the world. Yeah, we're gonna let it run, do its thing. Alright, I'm coming up to about 16 minutes of a freeze time here. I already disconnected my gauges. I'm feeling it up. Feel ice form. Just gotta get a tiny bit thicker. Hopefully it's under 20 minutes. It's only its second batch it's made so far. But it's looking good. I'm just taking off my cutoffs right here through my pins and back. That one, this. Nice and tight. These things are super plugged. Be dropping here any second now. it. 23-minute freeze time. Not bad, but not good. Let's see how long the harvest is. Alright, let's see the thickness of the ice. Here we go. This is the ice. Thickness is a tiny bit on the thicker side. I'm just gonna go down a tiny bit and leave it be. This unit's dropping good, nice solid ice. This is nice. Short freeze time. I didn't lap it. 2 minutes 26 seconds. I'd say a little less than that since I was looking at this trying to catch the ice, but this is good. This is solid right here. Another service complete.